Hello everyone, and welcome. It's a cold but sunny day here in Maine. As you can tell, it's pretty cold. It's winter time and snow is beginning to fall. It's actually mid-November. It's a little cold for this time of year, but we're getting prepared for everything. I wanted to show you something that I have gotten prepared for, and that is the ability to be able to use our water during the winter time. Now, you may remember from some of our videos last year that my wife and I actually boondock in our, well, I don't want to say boondock, but we live in our RV in the driveway of our home. Now, my wife is a photographer. She's using the house as a photo studio, and during the summertime, we use it as an in-law apartment for my mother-in-law. And but during the summer, we're able to hook up to the house water with a hose. But during the wintertime, it becomes a bit of an issue. So because the water hose will freeze, and we really don't want to spend the money on the electricity to run a heated pipe, we just simply use the onboard water, which basically means filling the tank every 3 or 4 days. Although lately we've been using a lot more water than usual because of this really cool way, the cool method that I've come up with for refilling the tank. Last year, what I would have to do is go down into the basement, uncoil this long length of hose, hook it up to our laundry sink, pull it out, up the stairs, out the garage, into the driveway, do the whole filling process and so forth. So I tried to keep it to once a week if I could. This year I decided to try something different, and what I've done is pretty cool. I've created a way in order to keep a hose hooked up permanently and yet keep it from freezing. So I want to show you that in just a second here. I'm going to pause the camera and then turn it around and describe that process. So our traditional non-city water hookup water tank fills right here, just like any other RV. You unlock this, undo this cap right here, and fill our water right here. Now, generally speaking, that means bringing out a hose, putting it in, and so forth. Now, this is an older RV. Many newer RVs, you can hook up a hose to the city water connection, just flip a switch, and fill your tank that way. But with older RVs, you basically have to fill it with a fill spout. And I actually prefer this method, especially in the wintertime, because then you don't have to worry about anything freezing on and so forth. So, what does that mean? That means that we have to have a hose in order to be able to do that. So let's take a look at what I came up with. All right, so what I've come up with is this. Now normally, pardon by the way, I haven't finished trimming off the foam and so forth. I kind of did it in a hurry the other day to get it sealed up, but normally we hook into here for our city water connection and run a hose along the ground here and up to our city water connection here on the side of the RV. But in the wintertime, that's not very easy. So what I've done is this. I've taken basically an 8-foot piece of pipe and I've run it through the wall into the basement, and it's now hanging from the floor joist in the crawl space that we have down here under this part of the house. I have this rope with a handle, and I can simply pull on this and pull a hose out. And then this hose can be pulled like so out to the edge of the RV and around and right up into here. Now I've actually just filled this up, so I'm not going to put it in there, but I just wanted to show you the process by which this happens. It's actually pretty cool. And then when I'm finished, all I need to do is simply go down into the basement, pull the hose back through, and it will actually stop at that wooden block right there. But I also have another stop at the other end that will keep me from pulling it all the way back through. The nice thing is that because of this hose and because it's long and it's in the basement, the hose gets pulled in and probably goes in there about 4 feet or so. The end will be about 4 feet from the outside, whatever the length of that rope is. And it keeps it from freezing. And so I can go in and I can turn it off, and until next time that it won't freeze. And then when I need it, I can just come out, pull off that rubber cap, pull it through, fill it up, and so forth. It's a really great process, and if you like this idea, give it a thumbs up and try it out yourself.